Sound check. Hello. Sound check. All right. Let's put this in focus mode. Yeah, there we go. There we go. How is everyone doing? My name is Rule, and I'm so nervous right now. This idea, I've thought of this idea like more than a month now, maybe 2 months ago. Pero hindi ko ma-execute. And hanggang ngayon kabado talaga ako sa ganitong concept. But, it has to happen. And it doesn't have to be very successful. It just has to happen. Welcome. My name is Rule. And, I am one of the things, so this, I'm not sure if, bebenta tong concept na to sa inyo, guys. Like, in our very first podcast, let me know pala guys if meron tayong audio problems kasi like last month may mga issue yung mic ko, which is weird. Minsan stutter, minsan may matinis na noise. Ganun. Kasi bumili ako ng extender ng USB mic, right? Yan lagi yung ginagawa ko. May extender ako ng mic ko. Yung extender na yun, yung may problem. So ngayon, wala siyang extender like rekta sa PC, pero medyo maikli. If you could see, pababa kagad. Extender and yung USB female to male. So ikakabit mo yung USB mo doon, right? And then, pasok mo para mas mahaba. Para yung wire na to, iikot siyang ganun, tapos pababa. Ang PC ko nasa baba. Kung saan na yung paa ko. Of course, hindi ko siya naisipa. Well, nasa right. So, iikot siyang gano'n, tapos pumunta sa right dito. Right? So, that's why, like, may extender. Kala ko, anong extender na male to female. Yes, we're talking about male to female. Masarap pag male to female. Lalo na pag sakto lang. Pasok na pasok. Anyway, ba't nawawala yung chat? Oh, no. Yan, tama. Hindi na dapat nawawala yung chat. Alright, nadidistract ako dito sa... Anyway, welcome everyone. And isa sa parang so first podcast which Lucky was there. But wala ka dito ngayon sa Discord, Lucky. Pero I know this is gonna happen. So no first podcast, may nagtanong, wala bang podcast for viewers? And I was like, prioritize natin yung streamers kasi yung streamers meron silang ipa-plug, right? So i-invite tayo na streamers. Tapos may magpa-plug sila. Magpa-plug sila ng sarili na lang channel, sarili na lang mga, projects. So, may benefit, right? So, kasi hinihiram ko yung time ninyo That's basically what this is, no? Hiramin ko time ninyo. So, hey! Hindi naman lumabas yung alert ko. Damn it! Alright, but may mga issue ako sa multi-streaming kasi. So multi-streaming, like people from what they call this, from Twitch might come in, and from YouTube might come in, and sometimes the alert doesn't sync up. So that's something. It's not a perfect system, definitely. What was I saying? So yeah. So originally, may nagtanong, why not podcast reviewers, right? So, and then there was Bigo Tito invited me on his stream na biglaan lang. And like, pwede palang biglaan lang. And then, papasok ka lang sa stream. And that can work. So, nung nalaman ko na it can work, because we had like one of the most fun podcasts I've ever been to, let's open this up sa audience. And then, so I was like, okay, for a week, I was just so pumped up. Okay, this can happen. And I was thinking, wait a minute. Mga introvert to mga guest ko, hindi dito sisipot. Nasa chat lang yan sila, pero hindi yan magpapakita sa Discord. I was thinking about that for a very long time. So parang, I have to be prepared to talk alone if this is gonna happen. So that's why I have an article for you guys. Ready tayo. Pero kinakabahan ako kasi teka lang. Kasi, di ba, if you're like, okay, magpe-prepare ka ng work for tomorrow, or you had your whole day, tapos na yung day mo with your family, a lot of our audience here, may sari-sariling family, you're done with your responsibilities, you just wanna chill. and sometimes just wanting to chill. Hey, Yoshihiro is here. You could unmute yourself, Yoshihiro. Pero what I was saying was, di ba? Ay, alam, may limit yung lobby ko? No, wala dapat siya limit. How do I remove the limit? Anyway, what I was saying was, sometimes you just want to chill. And chilling sometimes means na you don't want to talk. You just want to listen. You just nod your head. Type some comments in the comment section. Teka, hindi ko pa na-plug tong stream natin. So parang, okay, gets ko na. Okay lang kahit walang audience. So, but I have to prepare myself. Okay, what am I gonna do pag wala sa Discord yun? Because I know this is gonna happen. And I know na ito talaga yung... So, prepare tayo, boys. Teka, kausapin natin yung...
Hey Ernesto, your battery level is now above 90%. Please remove your phone from the charger now.
Yeah, nakakatuwa tong... Teka, alright.
Ay, kasama ka na pala dito eh.
Oo, si nakamute. Lucky, nakamute. Alright. Teka lang. Live na tayo, guys. Hindi nakalimutan ko ilagay sa group chat yung... and say hi. Alright. Sige. Yeah. Hindi kasi nung first ko nag-post ng na we're having this, Yoshihiro was among the first one na nagsabing, okay, pa-join ako sa Discord and stuff like that. Pero yeah, mamaya mag-warm up it. Kamusta? Lucky, kamusta? Bakit pa ako naka-focus mode? Okay, grid. Yeah, magic. Naririnig ka. Oo naman. Salita ka nga. Parang may echo. Salita ka nga.
Hello, echo.
Ayos. Yan. So, Lucky, how are you? Question number 1, how are you doing? Hatsit agad. May bago akong kinakaadikan ngayon. Paggawa ng notes. Teka. Usually, paano ko papakita to? Share your screen via this one. Tingnan natin. Ganyan ako gumawa ng notes. Teka, baka tingnan ko kung may sensitive information ako. This was for podcast, right? But this is for my journals. Mapapakita ko ba yung other dates? December 40, December, oops, not that. What about?
Hindi nagtatanong kung papasok daw ako sa podcast. Dito na.
So, this is how I make notes. Tapos, this is how for example, so nilalagyan ko ng link. Yung mga bagay-bagay, right? So, ito yung sa Dungeons and Dragons ko. So, lahat ng work, play, personal life, nilalagay ko dito. Tapos, mapapakita ko yung graph view nung nasa utak ko. Para matrack ko, kunyari, ito yung character ko, si Thalril. Si Thalril, ganito siya, sorcerer siya, cleric, ganan. Tapos, pag i-click ko yung sorcerer, alam ko na hindi lang ako yung sorcerer sa party kasi may isa pa, si Lily. Pero iba na. Parang, so, yeah. Kunyari, yung kotse ko andito din, para nakasulat kong asan na kaya yung ko, asan na yung resibo, yung ORCR. Okay, yung OR na sa kandidat. Ganito. Kailan ako tawag dito? Kailan ako what do you call this? Nagpa-change oil. Yan, nilagay ko din. Kailan ako ang kulit nga eh. So, farm, ano ba nilagay ko sa farm? So, mahilig ako mag-notes ngayon. And inaaral ko pa yung ways na i-connect yung mga PDF, i-connect yung mga images. Kunyari, may gusto akong puntahan. Alam mo yun? So, na-addict ako ngayon gumawa ng journal. Promise. So, yan yung kinaka-addikan ko ngayon. Which brings me to my question. Ano yung trip mo ngayon? Recently. Ano yung mga trip mo? Okay, so sa podcast ngayon... Yeah, sorry.
Parang halos ganun pa rin. Medyo busy sa work. Yun nga.
Oo nga eh.
Trabaho na.
Ilang months ka na sa work mo, bagong work?
3 months ata. Medyo nakapag-adjust na naman. Pero may mga times talaga na medyo sobrang busy talaga.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, medyo medyo tawag nga dito. Medyo mabigat yung responsibility ko sa bagong work ko. Kaya parang hindi ko na magawang mag-ethics. Parang feel ko na parang ang taas na expectations ng boss ko sa akin.
Next. Maganda yun, di ba? I don't know. Do you like it na mataas yung expectation sa'yo? Yes. Gusto mo ba yun?
Parang kasi, currently kasi parang hindi ko pa naipapakita sa kanya lahat sa work. Mga parang medyo may mga ibang skills pa ako na hindi nire-reveal din sa kanya.
Aha.
So, inuunti-unti ko para hindi sila yung parang, kasi pag halimbawa, di ba pag bago ka sa work, papakitang gilas ka kagad.
Yeah.
Yung standard siya mo sa unang araw mo, sa unang buwan mo, di ba sobrang taas na doon, tingin nila sa'yo. Tapos parang on the latter, parang magiging stagnant, magiging stable lang yung tingin nila sa'yo. Unlike kung sa simula, medyo low profile ka muna. Then unti-unti mong lalabas yung mga alam mo, yung mga skills mo. Para kahit pa paano medyo pataas yung mo sa kanila.
Yeah. Isa din, usually mataas din expectation sa akin. And isa sa mga hirap akong gawin, yung humingi ng tulong. Paano gawin to? Yung ganun. Kasi nahihiya ako. Although sobrang babait lang lahat ng ka-team ko. Pero nahihiya ako kasi ako dapat yung experts dun eh. Di ba? Ako dapat yung marunong. Ako yung yun yung work ko eh. Pero sometimes kasi, lalo na pag programming or web, parang kailangan mo lang may ka-bounce ka ng ideas. Kailangan mo lang, kasi kahit sino, kahit mama ko minsan, or kahit sino lang, tanungin mo lang. Kasi usually sa tao, usually sa hindi expert, mas simple lang pala yung sagot. Pero sa isang expert, parang iisipin mo yung technical stuff, paano mo gagawin yung ganito, ganyan. Tapos pag may kausap, tapos pag may makausap, pero pag may kausap ka lang, ka-bounce mo lang ng ideas na sinasabi mo lang ito yung nasa utak ko, or ito yung problema ko, or tapos sasabihan ka lang na bakit di mo gawin ganito. Tapos ang sobrang simple, tapos tama. So yun, sa work, yun yung problema ko, yung humingi ng, yung magtanong.
Nakakuha ka ng advice sa ibang tao na iba yung perspective nila dun sa point.
Yes, iba yung perspective. Oy, Lovely! Welcome! Malapit na birthday ni Lovely, guys. Yeah. 100 stars naman! Grabe naman to. Wow, Lovely. Speechless ako lagi. Bubuhayin talaga ako ni Lovely dito sa stars eh. Thank you so much, Lovely. Kung gusto mong pumasok sa Discord, Love, pwede kang pumasok. Kasi yun din si Lovely lagi. busy. Ibang bansa pa. Lungkot. Yeah. So, pero besides sa work, ano yung mga interest mo lately? Genshin? Mag-catch up sa Genshin? I haven't caught up.
Hindi, actually, ako parang parang I kind of after work yan, parang uwi, tapos spend time lang sa mag-ina ko. Paminsan-minsan actually kasi sa bagong work ko, medyo babata ng mga katrabaho ko. Kaya na-enjoy ko rin siya kasi sa previous work ko, sobrang tatanda ng mga kasama ko. Yung mga nasa edad 40 pataas na.
40 pataas? So mga kaidaran mo, no?
Hindi. Hindi kasi dati nga, sa previous work ko, parang yung mga tao yung puro trabaho lang, tapos yung tipong walang work-life balance, walang socialization, gano'n.
Yeah.
Dito sa sa bagong trabaho ko, mabata, tapos minsan nagyaya, sir, punta tayo sa ganito, sa ganyan, sir, ino tayo. So parang
beer house ka na, no?
Gano'n. Kahapon yun. Parang nakakamiss din na meron kang social talaga, interaction sa ibang tao.
Yeah, definitely. Ito yung social interaction, yung podcast sa stream. Kasi bahay na ako lagi. Nakakamiss lumabas. Then, kahit na introvert masyado, and iba din pag makakalabas eh. Iba eh. kahit paminsan-minsan lang, yung alam mong, kahit yung alam mo lang na kaya mo lumabas, kahit hindi ka naman lalabas, pero alam mo lang na pwede. Pero ngayon parang dito, wala ako, syempre wala ako masyadong kilala dito, mga kaibigan ko na sa Manila, tapos luluwas pa, COVID, stuff like that.
Yun pa ko.
Na-miss ko yung sa Bacolod, parang 10 minutes lang, andyan ka na sa pupuntahan mo.
Oo.
Dito 2 hours eh.
Dito ka. Laki mo Batangas.
Pag Batangas mga 4 hours, gano'n. Kasi may traffic realistically. So ano yung mga plans ko na sa holiday? Nitong Christmas.
Parang, ganun lang din. Usually kasi sa amin, ginagawa namin ni Missy. Every year, either Christmas, nandito kami sa side ni mama niya, or nandun kami sa kabila, sa family ko.
Mm-hmm.
Or pagka next year, baliktad naman. So, New Year naman sa kabila, Christmas naman dito sa kabila.
So, ano yung cycle ngayon?
Christmas, doon kami sa kabila. Then,
Okay. New Year din. Alam mo ba, trivia, kung anong araw yung Christmas, ganoon din yung araw ng New Year?
Oo nga, oo.
Yeah. Sakto siyang...
Lagi yun.
Oo.
Kaya pag tawag dito, yung parang Monday to Friday, something yung work mo. Pag nataon sa linggo,
Wala.
yung sabi, marado yung New Year mo linggo din.
Oo. Alright. Yep. So, si Yoshihiro. Sige, okay lang. Nakamute. Basta nakamute ka, Yoshihiro, ha. Hindi ako yung nag-mute sa'yo, ha. Teka, check ko. Baka ako. Ayun. Hindi. Yan. Yes. Viewer, finally. Ginawa natin tong podcast para sa inyo ni Lucky and kay Yoshihiro. Anyone could... Iniintay ko lang one of these days. May magkakalat sa Discord. Jowa ko yan. Oh my God.
Hello,
Yoshihiro, hindi mo sinabing may jowa ka na.
sa bebe ko.
Bebe. Hello sa bebe ni Yoshihiro. Sorry, Shermele. Shermela. Pero akin na si Yoshihiro.
Inagaw,
Yeah. He's mine now. Yeah. Hello, Yoshihiro. Welcome sa stream. Welcome sa podcast. And how are you doing? Kamusta si Yoshihiro? On a scale of 1 to 4, kamusta si Yoshihiro?
Which one is the highest?
The highest is 4.
So let's say 3.
3. Yes, that's very, very, very good. So pag sinabi ko bang, are you okay? Anong sagot mo?
Define okay.
Good question, because that's our topic. Ang daming meaning ng okay, pare. Tangin na. That's very important, and I actually have an article later on we could go through. Na maybe, defining everything as okay is not okay. Diba? Pag kunyari, nasugatan ka, uy, kamusta ka? Hindi, okay lang ako, pare. Diba? Oo, okay lang to. Kunyari, may nag-away kayo or may nangyari sa masama, sabihin mo okay ka lang. Wow, thank you so much, Shermaine, for sharing. And then if you're also doing good, sabihin mong okay ka din. So what does okay mean? Pero yun, let's get into more specifics. Ano yung mga trip mo ngayong gawin? Recently. May na-discover ka bang anything interesting or parang ito yung trip mong gawin ngayon?
NFT.
NFT!
So I possess more on Axie Infinity and yun. Nagganap ako ng mga pagkakaabalahan such as moderating scholars, ganun.
Moderating scholars.
Kung ino-occupy para, alam mo yun, hindi ko mapansin yung oras, ganun. Para keeping myself busy. Ganun.
That is, nag-shortcut si Yoshihiro sa article na babasahin natin, guys. That's actually it. Okay, podcast over. That's the lesson. Hanap tayo ng pagkakabalan. Thank you so much. Just kidding. But that is very, very wise. Maghanap ng pagkakaabalahan. We'll get more into that later on. Pero that's may opening ba sa Scholars? Do you want to plug this sa ating 3 million viewers? I don't know how many viewers we have right now.
Sa mga viewers na gusto scholarship under the Axie Infinity. So, first of all, do your own research para alam nyo din kung ano yung papasukin yung gulo.
Yes.
Pero if ever want your scholarship, you can follow Ewin TV. He's my manager.
どれどれ
And he
何が入ってるか
frequently
な
gives scholarship almost every day. And currently, meron tayong 1,400 scholars. And malay natin, dumagdag kayo sa future.
Could you type that in chat? You could plug that. Yeah. Yeah. So NFT. Actually, I'm into crypto, but I don't know a lot about NFTs, which is weird. Yeah. I'm owning Bitcoin and Cardano currently. Pero yun din. Tama. Uy, face reveal. Yes, second time face reveal. Kaya dito na kayo, manood kayo lagi ng Rules Metric Kingdom, guys. Kasi nakikita nyo si L Gaming. Yeah. Uy, naka-vape. Hi, Abigail is also here. Alright. So, tama talaga si Yoshihiro. Read up on NFTs. And, kasi, matatalo ka, mananalo ka eh. So, nakakatakot sabihin na, uy, sali kayo, guys. Nakakatakot sabihin yan, no? Kasi, risk mo yun eh. Risk.
Hi po, good evening.
Hi, Abigail! Hello, welcome. Yes, kompleto na yung, mabubuo na yung si Anlin na lang. Anline. Pero pinag-uusapan namin ngayon yung NFTs ni Yoshihiro. How is it? When did you start? And how is it? August.
So, yung sariling investment, talo 2 beses. Pa yung pagre-research doon na, kasi when joining NFT or crypto games, usually magbibigay sila ng whitelist or the white paper. Kumbaga kung saan nila nilalagay yung mga possible gameplay nila or possible goal nila within the game. And parang kumbaga timeline nila na by this time or by this month maglalabas sila ng marketplace or PvP or any source of income para sa game. So yun, so sa NFT na sinalihan ko, goods naman yun. Kaso ang nangyari, parang pumalpak sila along the way and hindi nila nasunod yung goal nila. So ayun, in the end, So syempre, when it comes to NFT naman, risk the money you can afford to lose.
Why is this person so wise? Like everything I wanna say, this guy is saying. Jesus Christ. That's correct. Yeah. Parang hive mind tayo dito, pre. Parang parehas tayo ng opinion lahat. Yes, that's... I can't say it better, man. The way you said it. That's it. Risk what you can afford to lose. So,
Risk.
Yeah.
If manalo, edi swerte. If matalo, it's okay. It's the part
Okay
of the
lang.
process na.
And yeah. So ano yung exit ng Axie? You convert to Ethereum, di ba?
No. Currently, SLP siya or AXS. Yeah. Technically, Ethereum siya. Wrap Ethereum.
Yeah.
And ang ginagawa ko pa so far ngayon, first month ko kasi sa Axie nag-invest muna ako sa mga gamit. Like cellphone, etc., which will be needed in the gameplay. And current doing staking. So
less yung risk ng staking, no?
While nakatambak yung crypto ko, which is the AXS, I'm still earning every day just by staking. Kumbaga parang bangko lang na nag-earn siya every day. Not so much, pero it's still by itself.
Yeah. And masyadong volatile yung market ng crypto. So, sinabi mong talo, I think it's just this week. Na sobrang nag-plunge. Pero parang this week lang yan. Although, no, the trend has been going down lately. But, pogi ni Sir Lucky, yes. Starting when?
So, almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah. So yeah. Ang perspective ko naman sa crypto kasi is long term eh. So parang I don't care what happens in 1 year. Parang one parang I don't care for month to month. I just care in the span of 10 years. Ganun. That's yun naman yung perspective ko. Kaya hindi ako nababahala because so I've been in crypto since 2017. So I don't care. Gets mo? I don't care. It's Bitcoin is $43,000 per coin right now. I don't care. It was 65. I don't care. Long term yung tingin ko. I think it's just gonna go up. That's my opinion. I'm not selling this to everyone. I just think na it's just gonna go up and up and up and up. And we are early adopters. Even if you start in 2021. Pero yun, natututo yung mga tao about cryptocurrency, about NFTs. I'm not sure if natututo ang tao about NFTs. Maybe a lot of us, this is an investment, baka manalo ka, so basically sugal.
Yeah.
NFTs, yun yung pinagkakaabalahan ni Yoshihiro. In the plans for the holiday?
So far, none.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi parang, for me, let's enjoy what happens today and bahala na kung ano mangyayari bukas kasi darating at darating yan.
Yeah, alright. Ayos. Student ba? Or work?
Yeah, student and part-time working.
Mm-hmm.
So, part-time.
Alright. Nagka-cut ka? Sorry, ano yan?
Student and working at the same time.
Yes. Uy, hala! Nag-comment si Sharmila. Next time pala, pre, pag tinanong ka anong plans mo for the holiday, girlfriend agad isipin mo. Girlfriend agad! Ano ba? Kasi mag-uusap kayo niyan mamaya. Uy, ba't wala kang plano sa atin? Uy, sabi kayo na wala.
Nag-mute ata.
Hindi, nawala siya.
Wala. Wala nga.
Turn mo na. Yeah, so nag-vote na ba kayo? Pasensya na yung voting natin. Medyo naglolo ko na naman. Nag-out muna ako. Ingay ng mga kids dito. Okay. Hindi, pwede ka rin pwede ka naman mag-stay and mute. Okay lang yan. So I have this article I'd like to talk to us, which is prepared ako in case na ako lang mag-isa dito. Pero ito naman talaga yung topic natin eh. Medyo pay-gated siya. So parang you could view it once and then if nakaalala mo siya uli, view mo siya uli, sisingilin ka na ng bayad. So binayaran natin ng 10,000 pesos. Just kidding. It's just barya. Where is it? How do I share this? Let me. Sabihin mo, ang fresh mo dyan sa long sleeves mo. Oy, regalo sa akin to ni Lovely. Yes, kaya pag may special occasion or something, parang gusto ko maramdaman ko siya. Sinusuot ko to. Yeah. Seryoso. Yeah. Regalo niya sa akin to. Ilang years ago na to? Okay, how do I'm gonna focus view this. Focus view. Ayun. Okay, let's zoom in. Nababasa niyo ba? Malinaw naman sa Discord. Anyway, so there was this so nagtatanong ako sa I'm on therapy. May therapist ako, psychologist ako na I'm working with. And I was talking to her na okay, I have this like podcast and ano kaya magandang topic? Sabi ko suicide kaya. Sabi niya no. Okay, that's not suicide. All right. So it's about, sabi niya, this is like what they've been, like, isa sa pinag-aaralan nila talaga nitong pandemic is the feeling of languishing. Ito daw yung middle child ng depression and flourishing, right? So flourishing, you're like super high, you're in control of your life, you're in control of your everything sa buhay mo, you feel positive, you feel motivated, you feel focused. Ito yung alam mo yung gagawin mo. That's like flourishing. You flourish, right? And then depression is you are not in control at all. You are like sobrang, It's not a good thing. And ang masaklap sa depression is not a lot of people could understand what you're going through. It's like, it's personal eh. And it's not even logical a lot of the times. Pero a lot of people, lalo na nitong pandemic, hindi naman depressed. Pero pero hindi naman sila okay. Ay, hindi naman sila sobrang good. Na pag tinanong mo, kamusta ka? Sabi mo, okay lang. Now, ito yung, di ba? Yung Shihiro nagtanong ka, okay lang. What? Jesus Christ! Abigail, thank you for the stars again. Wow, thank you so much. Sige, paluin mo na yung mga bata dyan. Patulugin mo na. Para makapasok ka na. Watching from somewhere. Oh my God, nasa labas. Thank you so much, Gorby. Alright, Gorby's on the chat right now. Right, so where was I? Oh, ito pala yung sinishare ko. Ay, nakikita nyo pala pag nag-alt-tab ako. Teka lang. Wait a minute. Okay, paano ba to? Dito ka na lang Facebook in case. No. Close ka dyan. Ito. Alright, asan na tayo? Okay, so let's talk about this one. Okay lang, pero deep inside, ha. Yan, yung ganun, di ba? Like, okay ka lang, kausta ka? Okay lang, right? So, parang, so let's, why, hindi to podcast ng panggigil trip, guys, ha? Hindi, baka parang mga, hindi to negative, ha? It's just that, na-found out nila sa studies, na yung may major risk ng depression at anxiety in the next decade pa naman, right? Well, hindi yung mga taong languishing, yung mga taong nasa gitna, they have a high risk of like what happened sa Italy last year, noong 2020, yung mga health workers nila, yung may pinakamataas na risk is yung okay lang. So let's talk about it. Okay, I'm gonna read this in as good as what do you call this? Sa pinakamaayos kong boses. Okay. At first, I didn't recognize the symptoms that we all had in common. Friends mentioned that they were having trouble concentrating. Oh, yun pala, yun din. I had this problem. Hindi ako makafocus sa kahit anong bagay. Friends mentioned that they were having trouble concentrating. Colleagues reported that even with vaccines on the horizon, they weren't excited about 2021. Okay, this article was made on April 19. Alright, so nasa December na tayo. Nakita ko yung article, I forgot to read it. Yeah, if you go to this link, Sharmela, try mo i-post ko sa Facebook, ha? Kung mababasa mo siya, good. Pero pag sinisingil ka na ng pera, not so good. So a family member was staying up late to watch National Treasure again, even though she knows the movie by heart. And instead of bouncing out of bed at 6 a.m., I was lying there until 7, playing Words with Friends. It wasn't burnout. We still had energy. It wasn't depression. We didn't feel hopeless. We just felt somewhat joyless and aimless. It turns out there's a name for that, and that's languishing. Languishing is a sense of stagnation. Remember that. Stagnation and emptiness. So if you feel like parang walang pinapatunguhan yung buhay mo, or you just feel empty, but you're not depressed, maybe it's languishing. It feels as if you're, or there's a word for this later on. It feels as if you're muddling through your days, looking at your life through a foggy windshield. Wow, poetic. And it might be the dominant emotion of 2021. So maybe this is the most common emotion during the pandemic. Scientists and physicians work to treat and cure the physical. Guys, sa mga nasa Discord, feel free to interrupt anytime. Like, uy, relate ako dyan or something. Feel free to interrupt anytime. Scientists and physicians work to treat and cure the physical symptoms. Wow! Stars! Gorby, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Love you. Love you, bro. Scientists and physicians work to treat and cure the physical symptoms of long-haul COVID. Many people are struggling with the emotional long-haul of the pandemic. Okay, tanong ko lang sa inyo, nung nabalita yung COVID, February 2020, ano yung pusta nyo? Gaano katagal maglalast yung COVID? Kasi naalala ko yung pusta ko eh. Lucky, naalala mo yung pusta mo doon? Or ano yung hula mo?
Hindi ko in-expect na magtatagal ng ganito. Kasi di ba dati nagkaroon tayo ng mga H1N1, di ba dami na rin virus dati.
Yeah.
In-expect ko parang nandun siya kadali. Akala ko ganun siya kadali i-contain, and i-control. But it turns out pala na hindi. So, hindi ko na-expect na tatagal lang ganito. Akala ko siguro mga months lang, like 3 months, 4 months, gano'n.
Yeah. Ako hula ko 6 months. Nag-usap kami ng mga barkada ko din. And then that was a pessimistic point of view. Kahit nga 3 months, parang pessimistic na yan eh. Parang, kasi baka weeks lang eh. Or alam mo yon, parang 3 months, parang, okay means it is the longer version of okay. Alright, Sparky. Alright, smart ass. Alright, yes. That's... So we're gonna be speaking more in Filipino right now, Sparky. So you are our what do you call this, honorary Filipino. You should learn. Anyway, welcome Sparky. He's on Twitch. So what was I saying, ba? Oh my God, his comment is not showing up on the chat. Oh, that is so weird. Anyway, that's a mood. So ano nga yung tawag dito? 3 months. Like I was guessing it at the start of 2020. 3 months, 6 months. My guess was 6 months. I remember it correctly. Glitchy live mo feeling ko. Because we're attempting multi-stream. So we're also streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and things don't sync as much as we want to. It's not me. It's the third-party stuff that's happening. Oh, glitch ba yung stream ko ngayon? Let me know. But yeah, what was I saying? Guessing that it's gonna take 3 months or 6 months was like a pessimistic point of view. But more than a year now. It's almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. So that was my guess. Yoshihiro, you know what your guess was? Naalala mo?
Para sa akin, okay sana yung 1 linggo lang eh.
Yeah! Right?
どれどれ何が入ってるかな
Parang sinasabi nila na okay lang, ganun, etc. Diba? So, I wasn't expecting that long. Pero along the way, na parang nababalita ka, pati sa ibang bansa, nahihirapan, parang doon ko na-realize na things could be worse. Especially nasa Pilipinas. Tayo, ganun. Mm-hmm. So, sa how... So, yun. Parang sabi ko, 1 week is enough.
Yeah.
And ganito din katagal.
Yeah, for like as long as we could remember, hindi the best yung public health system ng Pinas eh. That's also like a problem. Si Gorb, alam ko, yung natuloy din yung kasal ni Gorby, pero na-cancel din daw book weddings, honeymoon. Ang daming na-cancel. So there's that. Kailan nga yung plan mo nun na Gorb ng kasal nyo? Na na-cancel? Kailan nga yung original na book na pala yung wedding, honeymoon, no? And trips? Canceled all the way. Yeah, uso din yung cancel sa hotels. And kung magbubook ka ng hotel, nag-accept na sila na you could cancel this anytime. Depende kasi sa depende sa kung ano yung alert level. February 2! Jesus Christ! Wow! Sa amin, January, Taal pumotok. So we had to evacuate sa Batangas kasi halos katabi ko lang yung vulkan. Lapit lang yung vulkan eh. Pero and then pagbalik, COVID. So kulit. Nagstay kami sa isang Ano yun?
Isip ko nung at 20, kailan ba pumutok yung yung Taal? 2020,
January.
Diba? Yes, tapos umuwi kami dito ng misis ko November 2019. Negros. Tapos biglang pumutok. Malapit din kami, Laguna kami.
Laguna, yeah.
Biglang pumutok yung Taal. Sabi ko, swerte lang uwi natin. Nakaiwas tayo sa pagputok ng Taal. Tapos biglang pumutok. Umano din yung COVID. Sabi ko, swerte natin na nakaiwas tayo dun sa Saan medyo rin na mga lugar.
Yeah. So may time na noong January may pinsan kami may condo sa Bikutan. Bali yung condo may man-made na beach. Man-made na beach na basically swimming pool lang yung mga yon pero man-made, mukha ka na sa beach.
Parang may sun nga ba yun? Nakalimutan ko nga yun.
Yeah. Nakalimutan ko na rin, Jesus. Azure. I think Azure yung name.
Azure.
Yeah. So nagstay kami doon kasi hindi ka makakaligo kasi puno ng abo yung pool eh. Yeah, sa Azure tama. Oh, abot hanggang Manila to the point na ang pinaka-safe na hangin nasa amin sa Batangas kung saan ako. Kasi nasa south kami ng Taal. Eh yung abo ng Taal paabot sa north. So kahit yung mga taga QC kasi nung pumutok yung bulkan, hinatid ko na sila tita sa dumaan kami ng BGC. Tapos nagulat yung mata, abot BGC na sa BGC kami ni Lovely nun. Tapos yung mata ng mga tao, nakita ko parang namumula. Tapos pikit ng pikit. Tapos ako din, ganun ng ganun. Yun na yung abo galing sa bulkan. So hindi kami makaligo sa Azure, right? Tapos parang ibubukas na nila sa January 22 or magfe-February, ibubukas na nila yung pool. Tapos may COVID na. Yung receptionist naka-face mask na. Ayoko mag-swimming pag ganun. Uwi na lang kami. So yun nangyari. Yeah, hindi natin in-expect na it's gonna be like for 1 year. More than, magto 2 years na. And I don't even know kung malulutas to, right? Maybe malulutas bago mag-election. I don't know. I don't think so. And it's gonna be a problem. Ha?
Previous month parang halos okay na kasi pakonti lang ng pakonti yung naladagdag na cases.
Yeah.
Kasi problema, lumulat na naman yung
Omicron.
Oo.
Yeah.
Kaya parang pa-okay na, tapos biglang may threat na naman na bago.
Diba? And then they're na-discover yung Omicron variant sa South Africa. And then they were like, akala ng mga tao, ano na ba itong mga taga South Africa na to, may bagong virus. But no, they did not make that virus. They discovered it. They reported immediately. Ibig sabihin, magaling yung doktor nila kasi ni-report. Right? Kasi pag may bansa dyan na hindi nagre-report, kawawa yung mundo. So, yan lang. So, we didn't expect, that was the point. We didn't expect that the COVID is gonna last this long. And we didn't expect, and then it's not just, alright, so, scrubbing through, like, name one country na di nag-report. Okay. Sino kaya yun? I don't know. But, kaya yung buong mundo damay kasi may country na hindi nag-report. Okay. It hit us unprepared. And then there's intense fear and grief. The grief part is like 2 ways. May grief talaga kasi maraming taong namatayan. Talaga. Kami namatayan ng mga malayo sa hindi sa first cousin, hindi sa second cousin, hindi sa third. Parang malayo. Pero may namatayan kami. The rest, mga kapatid nila, tatay, nanay, namatay. Mga ganun. Right? Sa Facebook, maraming black yung profile picture. Or kandila yung profile picture. Yeah. So, that's grief. There's also a grief na the loss of normalcy. Hindi na normal lahat ng bagay eh. Parang lahat ng plans natin nakapos. Kasi hindi ka makakalas. Parang maraming plans na hindi na nakapos na parang alam natin hindi normal to. And then, if that is your feeling na hindi normal to for more than a year now, ibig sabihin, more than a year, hindi normal lahat, right? So, okay, let's read through this. In the early uncertain days of the pandemic, it's likely that your brain's threat detection system, called the amygdala, was on high alert for fight or flight. Could you recall anong mga pinanggagawa niyo sa... I could recall, may ilang galon ako ng tubig sa kotse. Tapos may sabon. Tapos, so every time I park, pagdating sa parking lot, hugas kamay, sabon, and then, yeah, tapos, 2 pa yung mask ko, noon. That was me. Ngayon, no, not so much, honestly, I have to admit, hindi na ganun ka. Kayo guys, naalala niyo yun? Ano yung mga ginagawa niyo ng early pandemic?
Ako dati parang pagdating ng bahay, diretso sa barrio, ligo ka agad.
Ligo agad, yeah.
Kaya di ba may anak kami, yung anak ko parang naman. 3-4 years old ako na. So medyo risky rin na kasi mama, may edad na rin.
Mm-hmm.
So precaution talaga nung una. Pero ngayon hindi ganun ka pagdating ng bahay, halos hugas kamay lang. Yun yung ginagawa ko.
Yeah. Yeah, hugas kamay pa rin. Yoshihiro, you could talk anyone anytime you want. I noticed na you're muting yourself on and off. You could just talk anytime you want. So naalala mo yung anong ginagawa mo early pandemic?
Pandemic, dahil nga student ako noon, so more or less nasa bahay lang ako kasi waiting for the announcement.
Ano yan?
Pero along almost July, August, nung katagalan tapos 2 months, 3 months of quarantine, I volunteer myself as a part of frontliner. So I'm a reservist under the PMC.
Nice.
Employee ako, and ayun, hindi ko na-realize na parang ang daming tao na hindi sineseryoso yung pandemic or the quarantine itself. Kasi, around July, that was almost MECQ, yung pwede na lumabas yung tao compare nung EQ.
Mm-hmm.
So parang doon, pagdaluyong sa Addition Hills. So yun. So kapag during our duty, napag namin na kahit yung mga bata lumalabas lang, ganun. So, kaysa ma-mitigate or ma-lessen yung cases kasi number 1 yung Addition Hills, dumadagdag pa araw-araw kasi nga sa taong, COVID lang yan.
Yeah.
Hindi ako tatamaan.
Yeah.
Baga, mas hindi nila serious yung situation.
Yes.
So, yun. Parang for me naman, sa end ko naman is tamang alcohol lang, etc. And
tanduay, no?
Din
yeah. Tamang alcohol. Tapos? Ay, nakats.
tamang dasal na lang.
Yeah. Right?
Alcohol sa lalamunan, ganun.
Mm-hmm.
Yung tinitake na alcohol like the gin, ganyan. Safe naman siya.
Mm-hmm. May mga liquor ban pa tayo nun, right? So I don't know what the point of that was, but so like people are trying their best, like especially if you're like on the government or like you're seeing things on the macro way. You're seeing so iba yung point of view pag nasa parang bird's eye view ka kaysa sa parang personal family lang kasi maraming hindi naniniwala. Hi, bye Gorb. Sige. Thank you for tuning in. So, iba yung perspective na parang, okay, hindi ako naniniwala sa pandemic. Hindi ako naniniwala sa COVID. Pero pag nasa ikaw yung decision maker, tas ano ba tong mga taong to? Tas nakikita mo saang barangay or saang lugar maraming iba. Iba siya. Like ikaw, reservist ka, right? So, iba yung point of view mo kaysa sa iba yung point of view ng individual. And, yeah. There was a time, so yeah, we were like on high alert at the beginning parts of the pandemic, and then later on we've developed this like habit, and somehow we're not as scared anymore. Like, okay, things are getting back to okay, but here we go again. What does it really mean? Because yung ano natin, yung parang stress level, hindi siya nawala. Nag-die down pero hindi siya nawala, and that's very dangerous. Not just pandemic, but even stress sa work. Stress on short bursts ng stress, that is good. It pumps up our yung fight or flight natin na response, nagiging alert tayo, or after mawala na yung panic, magiging yung kasi tinutulungan tayo ng katawan natin to cope up. Hey, Junie, hello. Welcome. We're talking about the pandemic. Oh, yeah. You if you want, you have some stories to tell, you could just join Discord if you want. I should change my Twitch. You just type !Discord. It's gonna point you to my Discord server, and then you can just join here. with us if you want to tell stories. PP Capon has a lot of interesting stories about the pandemic as well. But yeah, so what was I saying? It's very dangerous pag yung stress levels mo is there but it's not gone. It's better to have like 1 day stress and then pagkatulog mo tomorrow, everything's fine. That's good. But if it's like a 1 year stress na hindi naman super stressful but it's still there, that's very dangerous. Kakain lang, makikinig lang ako. Sige. Eat well. So, where were we? Yeah. It has given way to a chronic condition of languish. So, that's where we are right now. Might be. Maybe not. Yeah. In psychology, we think about mental health on a spectrum of depression to flourishing. Flourishing being the peak of well-being. You have a strong sense of meaning, mastery, and mattering to others. Depression is the other way around. Is the valley of ill-being. You feel despondent, you feel drained, you feel worthless, and kanina you feel like life doesn't go anywhere. So languishing is like the middle child of mental health. It's the void between depression and flourishing. It's the absence of well-being. You don't have symptoms of mental illness, but you're not a picture of mental health either. You're not functioning at full capacity. Languishing, it dulls your motivation. It disrupts your ability to focus and triples the odds that you'll cut back on work. It appears to be more common than major depression, and in some ways it may be a bigger risk factor for mental illness. I remember this year, starting December last year until mga June, I was just working half my hours sa work. I can't work full time. I don't know why. And then that's when I got my therapist after that. When did I get my therapist? Was it July? I forget. I forgot actually. Because hindi na to normal. Hindi na to okay. And I've never had a therapist before. I've never had this before. But okay, this is going on too long. This is not okay. So yeah, the okay, and then naman tayo sa definition ng okay. What does it really mean? The term languishing was coined by a sociologist named Corey Keyes, who was struck that many people who weren't depressed also weren't thriving. His research suggests that the people most likely to experience major depression and anxiety disorders in the next decade aren't the ones with those symptoms today. They're the people who are languishing right now. So this is what I pointed out very early in this podcast. And new evidence from pandemic healthcare workers in Italy shows that those who were languishing in the spring of 2020 were 3 times more likely than their peers to be diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. Part of the danger is that when you're languishing, you might not notice the dulling of delight or the dwindling of drive. You don't catch yourself slipping slowly into solitude. You're indifferent to your indifference. When you can't see your own suffering, you don't seek help or even do much to help yourself. So that's the danger. If you don't know what's wrong, then you're not gonna seek help. You're not gonna do anything kasi nothing's wrong, right? Even if you're not languishing, you probably know people who are. Understanding it better can help you help them. So let's talk about naming for what you're feeling. A name for what you're feeling. Psychologists find that one of the best strategies for managing emotions is to name them. Last spring, during acute anguish of the pandemic, most viral post in the history of Harvard Business Review was an article describing our... Can we please go up for talent domain runs? Not today. We're having a podcast. And I haven't done my Genshin stuff yet. So baka after 2 hours or an hour or 2, I don't know. Baka I might. Maybe after 2 hours. Maybe. But maybe I'm too... Baka pagod na rin ako. I'll just do weeklies off stream. I had to name this stream Genshin Impact because I can't name it to Hanging Out. Hindi gumagana. There has to be a game and ayaw niya mag what do you call this? This is supposed to be just a podcast. So where was I? So there's importance of naming the things that we're feeling. So other people lost their loved ones, other people lost their normalcy. So parang yung common denominator between these feelings is grief. Nagluluksa. May nawala eh. And yung iba nawala ng mahal sa buhay, yung iba nawala ng sense of pagiging normal. Nakaka-relate yung bawat isa. I remember when I started doing therapy, this is the first I feel I have wala akong control. I feel useless. I feel like life is not wala. And that was like naming things is always the first step. Like if you recognize what's wrong, you try your best to name things, even if it's malabo. But it's also dangerous. Like so one of the jobs ng therapist is to reframe, rename. So sabi ko first session, wala akong control. And she was like, okay, I can't remember the exact words, pero sabi niya, it's not that wala kang control. Actually, you always have control. It's just that you're doing these things instead of that thing. You just have to ask yourself why. You always have control. And I never realized that. Hindi ko naisip na I always have control. Like everything I do, I'm in control. There's a reason why I'm doing these. It's not always the good reasons. So I really don't want to work.
Hello.
Half this year. Hello, welcome stream. Hello, Blue Rose.
Hi.
Yes. Hi, Blue Rose.
You have one awesome face.
Yay! Thank you so much. You hold the remote for your life. Thank you, Lucky. Yeah, that's it. Yes, Blue Rose.
Especially like your glasses and headphones.
Huh?
I especially like your glasses and headphones. Cannot compliment them.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Can you help me? Is it okay to co-op with you? I really need helping farming the talent of ballads.
Yeah, not now. I'm so sorry. We had this scheduled already, but I can give me 2 hours. In the next 2 hours, I'll help you. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. By the way, do you think this is an awesome idea? For my Albedo, what I'm gonna do is give him 2 Archeac Tetras and 2 of the new artifacts.
Okay, let's check it out. Cause I can't the new. I'm actually thinking you go for piece of the new artifact. What's the name of the new artifact again?
It's called Husk of Opulent Dreams.
Opulent, right? Yeah, it's HOD again. So a lot of acronyms in this game are HOD, like Heart of Depth, Harbinger of. I'm thinking you get 4 set of these. This is good, especially for Albedo, because it procs every 3 seconds, right? And so it's active even if Albedo is off field. Which is most of the time Albedo is off field. You usually don't use him.
It's like the hardest to farm since the Archeac set I'm already using has the crit rate and crit damage that I need.
So for Albedo, before Opulent Dreams was out, Albedo didn't really care about set. He just cares about, because basically the set bonuses, they're just stats. A 2-piece is a stat. It's a defense. This one technically is just stats.
Yeah, the 2-piece of the new artifact gives me defense plus 30%.
Yeah. So it's really good. You could do that. 2-piece archaic, JO, that's JO damage. And then 2-piece defense. Yeah.
And Archeac also applies, but Archeac applies 15% geo damage.
Yeah.
For 2 hits.
Yeah.
So it kind of works. It kind of works.
It does. If you really want to farm for like the best set, I'm thinking 4-piece opulent. But you already have a good archaic circlet, and so you just farm for 2 pieces of opulent dreams wherever right? Yeah, because we have limited resin. That's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. It works. Then you're gonna use the new weapon for Albedo, right? The new for Star. It's a bit harder to use the Harbinger sword right now because a lot of enemies right now deals damage directly to the health, and the Harbinger requires us to always have our health at above 90.
What about my Hu Tao that I spend a lot of Primo Gems on?
Hu Tao? Well, the best set is Crimson Witch, but Crimson Witch is not a good set to farm.
My weapon is the Staff of Homa.
Wow, that's the best, man. That's the best. You can't get a better weapon.
I should have given it to Hu Tao, or should just given it to Toma.
Well, both of them could use that, right? But you'd have better returns for... Thomas' damage is very low. You don't use him for damage.
Choose between Toma and Diona. Maybe I should go with Toma.
Toma, so you go...
Toma over Diona, since I already have Kujusar as an archer.
Well, it depends on the team. So Hu Tao, with Hu Tao Thoma, you're gonna put a Nemo there, like Kazuha, and Singcho.
I already have Kazuha, my main.
Yeah. So that's the most damage. That's the most damaging Hu Tao team. It's
I also gave Kazuha the very decent set.
Yeah, it has no other option. Especially if he's support. If he's main DPS, then you could go for 2VV to attack percent, like the Gladiator.
Can you help me decide which one to replace?
Could we talk about this in 2 hours from now? We are in the middle of a podcast. But what was who to replace?
Here's the thing. My flower is good. My feather focuses on...
Okay. When it comes to artifacts, that's gonna be a very nuanced discussion. So we'll talk about it in 2 hours. But if you're asking for a team right now, it's gonna be Hu Tao, Singcho. Hu Tao and Singcho, you don't really separate them. So it's always Hu Tao, Singcho, right? And then put Soma and Kazuha. You're not gonna have a healer there, but Soma provides shields, and Hu Tao could self-heal. And the other party members, you always swap in and out.
So it's not always attack on the hourglass. There's also defense, energy recharge, and other stats as a main.
Wait a minute. Sorry, what was that?
Yes.
What was that again?
I'll be back.
Yeah. Let's just talk about this in 2 hours, okay?
Okay.
All right. Where were we? Yeah. So, naming things is very important, but be kind to yourself. And Lester, shout out. Hello, Lester. Welcome to stream. Manghagad man ko groteken aya. No, let's do that in 2 hours. All right. I think 1 hour na lang yung nakaschedule sa akin ngayon. 45 minutes actually. If we're gonna... Whoa, there we go, Juni. Hello, welcome. Nakamute ka, bro.
Hello, what up?
What up? Yes, we're joined here from someone in Japan right now. Musta, pre? Tagalog. Japanese pero Tagalog to.
Freaking cold. Lamig man.
Ang lamig dito, kaya ako naka-sweater na, naka-medyas pa ako. Ay, nako, mas malamig. Ay, nasa Canada ka pa ba? Or nasa Japan na?
No. I just stayed in Canada for 2 weeks.
Nakita ko pala yung story mo sa Instagram. Yung reel. Yung
Oh yeah.
What a very manly voice though. Dapat ako din pare. Yan ako. Alright, so how are you? How is Junie?
Well, jobless.
Yeah. Well, that's iba pag ikaw nagsabi ng jobless kasi sa other people would say that.
No, I mean literally.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to catch up on it, well, short story. We decided that I'm not gonna be in a paid position on my own company.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happened. Still CEO, but unpaid.
Unpaid CEO. Alright.
Yeah.
Yep. Una, employees first. Company comes first.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, ano yung pinagkakaabalahan mo recently?
Basically nothing. I'm just riding around on my bicycle. Yeah.
Ako note-taking pinagkakaabalahan ko ngayon, Junie. Teka, share ko to. I-share ko to sa'yo. Teka lang Teka. Could I stream something else? Alright. Share my screen. Share this. So this is Logseek. I just discovered this week. Okay. So these are my notes. Alright. So, lahat ng thoughts ko, sinusulat ko lang. And then, okay. Maybe, yeah, December 2 maybe is a good one. And then, pag nagsusulat ako ng note, nilalagyan ko to ng node. For example, car. Or no, I just... Hindi, kasi doon ko nalaman ko saan yung ORCR ko eh. So, okay. Ito yung mechanic na tatawagin ko. So, nakalink-link. Right? Pinadrain ko yung battery nung time na yon. So, malaman ko, kailan yun nangyari? December 2. Kasi December 2 ko So, kung gusto ko malaman si Leo, meron siyang, nasa Tagali pa siya, pero may shop sa Cuenca, nagbubukas yung shop niya 8 a.m. So, I'm making this is called the personal knowledge management.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
actually, that's good.
Yeah, right. So, for example,
habit.
sa Dungeons and Dragons ko, alright. Ito yung team, ito yung parang group na sinalihan ko, right? Link me that meg. Sige. It's Logseek. Teka, itatype ko sa chat para makita na lahat. Logseek.com, I guess. Medyo may setup. So, naka-GitHub siya para nasa-synchronize ko. Pero ano to, local copy to. Sa computer ko lang talaga. Well, technically, nasa GitHub na. Pero yung files hindi to, wala tong third party, wala tong subscription na yung files mo nandun. So, malalaman ko, ito yung party members ko. And then if you're gonna do a, like, kung gusto ko malaman ano yung utak ko. Basically, this is my second brain eh. So, this is gonna be the connections that I've had. Ilan yung fighter sa team. Ako, may dalawang sorcerer. It's me. I'm the dwarf sorcerer and then a half-elf sorcerer. So, I'm making these connections. So, I hate making journals. Sobra. And then my therapist is always suggesting that. Pero nung na-discover ko to, Jesus Christ, I'm just making journals. Kasi may ano na siya may utility. Kasi makakalimutin ako. Kalat lagi utak ko. Anything I find interesting, anything at all, lalagay ko dito. Sulat ko.
Well, makakalimutin is probably not unique to you, you know?
Yeah, I know.
To be honest, we cannot trust our brains to like keep tabs on everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a really great habit.
Kaya nila yung mga devs na to nasa version 0.4, so beta pa lang. Although there are other competing products with this one. Pero yeah, having fun. So yun yung pinagkakabalahan ko ngayon. For you, it's spiking. I can use that sa work. Yeah, ako din. Lalo na pag itatrack ko yung mga customer na bumibili. May isa akong daming umuing website na ginagawa eh. Yung isa doon is may stake kami mismo pagbenta ng hearing aids, mga matatanda. So parang okay, ni-return nitong matanda na to yung ganito, parang para madali lang matrack. Okay, ano nga yung reklamo nitong taong to? Kaysa hanapin ko pa sa email or CRM. Yun na lang gamit. So nakakatuwa. And then this week ko lang na-discover. So dami ko pang hindi alam sa kanya. Yeah, but that's
it's a great tool.
Si Q mahilig dun sa bike, pero pag si Q yung nagsabi, iba eh.
His bike is different, man. Man's driving a $500,000 Harley Davidson.
Lucky,
Mine is-
hindi ko pa ma-discover kung malilink siya sa Google Drive and Docs. I think so. But you don't have to use one tool for everything eh. You could just use the tools that you're using sa Google Drive and then you use this for your personal stuff. And instead of having like a one Swiss Army knife, parang you have very specific tools for very specific purposes. And then, so Logsync is more for outlines and yung mga ganun, mga backlink, mga link, naglilink-link ka ng yung tao nakalink sa ganito and ito yung password niya. Pwede, yung isa ko nilagyan ko ng password kasi temporary password na naman. Yeah. So yung bike mo is?
Well,
Wala akong alam sa bike.
around the same price ng motorcycle ni Q. But
Whoa!
yeah, one human power.
One human power.
Yeah.
Hindi Olympic level pa na human eh, no?
Yeah.
This is just normal human
Well,
power.
See, those Olympic level bicycles, I don't know if, yeah, like, just for an idea, how much are those? Cheapest one can go for like $15,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's really expensive.
Yeah. So biking. You're into biking. Kailan mo
Yeah.
na-pick up tong hobby na to? More than a month na, right? 2, 3? Or
To be honest, I've been actually a bicycle commuter ever since I started living here. But yeah, ever since like 2 months ago, almost every day I just simply go anywhere I want on a bicycle.
There's this Netflix show, Japanese show, na yung story is retired na siya na matanda. And then, ano nga yung Netflix? Japanese samurai retired. It's not samurai. It's a modern day Samurai Gourmet. Samurai Gourmet, that was it. So it's just like
I've been actually getting recommendations on that.
slice of life
I
siya eh.
picked it up.
So
Yeah.
nag-retire siya for working for the company for decades, right? Because that's like the Japanese thing, right? You just stay loyal to one company. That's usually how it goes. And then he doesn't know what to do because he's retired. Like he was looking forward to retirement, but now that he's retired, okay, now what the fuck? So he's like channeling his inner samurai. Na he has to be brave. He has to discover a lot of things. But that's just him looking for ramen, or kaya niya na mag-beer sa tanghali. So he's like very empowered. Oh my God, I could do this? Are you a DJ daw in real life, Juni?
No, I'm actually a photographer in real life.
He's a photographer. Join na kayo, Discord. Alright, rule.lol/Discord. That's very convenient. Lucky was here kanina. And Kyle is his pamangkin, right? Or kapatid? Kyle is your kapatid or pinsan? I forgot. So Lucky was my friend was my classmate since kindergarten to college. Anak niya ako. Just bunso namin. Alright, so that's how. Yeah, and then naka-reconnect kami sa game dahil sa Genshin Impact. Yeah, pretty much Genshin Impact. And then he's streaming, I'm streaming. So there we go. So so you're enjoying, quote unquote. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 4, how okay are you?
Me?
Yeah.
4 being the highest, right?
Yes, 4 being the highest.
I'd say 3.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, the topic of the podcast is what does okay mean? Because okay means a lot of things. If you're actually a 1, I'm not gonna find it strange that you're gonna say you're okay. Pag nasugatan ka, tatanungin ka, "Oy, kamusta ka?" "Di, okay lang ako. Maliit lang to." Di ba? If you're so happy, you're also gonna say okay. So okay is like a spectrum of a lot of things.
Well, personally, the thing about okay is when I say okay to someone, it's usually to that someone. Even if I'm in the zone of 1, I would say okay to that person if that person is, say, someone whom I don't want to show any weakness to.
Yeah, that too. it depends on who you're talking. Yung context. Iba-iba lagi yung context.
Yeah. But generally, that's what okay means to me.
Sabi ni Lucky, ang pinakamahirap na I'm okay yung galing sa girlfriend or asawa. Yeah, you're fucked.
That's death sentence. If your SO tells you she's okay, he's okay, oh shoot, that's... Yeah. Better have paragraphs of shit prepared, or you better have a really big wallet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the okay thing is, but if the thing is, maraming pwede mag-slip through the cracks na hindi mo marirealize that that's going on with your life, or going on with yourself, or going on with someone. If okay lang, it's better na i-widen natin yung vocabulary natin, na we name things. If I'm frustrated, I could have a few people. You don't say this to everyone, because sabi mo nga, if there's someone you don't want to show your weakness to, or basically strangers, you don't tell you don't tell your life stories to strangers. A lot of people do that. But so there could be, like, you have a support group, you have a significant other, you have people you could say na, I'm disappointed right now, I'm frustrated right now, I am not okay. I am very happy right now, but I'm fearing something wrong might happen, because usually if I feel happy, you name these things, you describe these things. It's very important, but it's also sensitive, kasi sometimes the way we frame things is also, lalo na if it's judgmental. Like, for example, for the longest time, I'm saying I feel so useless. I feel worthless. I feel na wala ang patutunguhan yung life ko. And the most profound thing is, nung sinabi ko sa therapist ko, so I started getting therapy noong June, July, I think, I forgot, na I'm not in control of my life. That was always what I'm feeling, and I keep on repeating that, na, wala akong control sa tulog ko, wala akong control sa ko. Tapos pag papasok ako sa work, I'm not motivated. I'm skipping on work, and then pagdating naman sa hobby ko, hindi rin ganun ka. Ang weird sabihin na productive sa game, but I think you know what I'm saying, na hindi ganun ka productive yung gaming. Hindi ganun ka fulfilling. And then, like, I just don't have control. That was what I was saying. So I'm naming the thing. I'm naming it, but it's not accurate, and it's not framed in a good way. And then sabi niya, actually, you have control. Everything that's happening in your life, you have control. Everything that's happening in your life, you've decided to do. You just have to figure out why, what leads you to those decisions. But those are your decisions. You are in control of that, and you could actually change that, like even right now. And then different. It's the same feeling that we are referring to, pero different framing. And then I was like, oh geez, holy fuck. All right, of course I am in control. I just have to pay attention to myself. And then, bakit ko ginawa yung ganito? Ano ba yung nararamdaman ko while I'm doing this? So we started on meditation, which I hate. I still hate meditation. Journaling, which I used to hate. Now I'm loving it. So that was my personal journey, which I could relate to the article that I was. I could bring this up again. Yep, just for the viewers, or it's there. I could. So I think it's important to name what we're feeling. Kaya nasabi ko about sabi ni Lucky. Kaya nasabi ko about sa remote kanina, just watch, click. Yeah, that was it's an Adam Sandler film ba? Yeah. And then that was his feeling as well. No, I think he just wants to, I haven't watched the movie, but I think he just wants, ang boring ng life niya. So he just wants to fast forward. And then his life pass him by. Right?
It's like he doesn't want to experience things that he seems boring for him.
Yeah. So that was my sabi sa chat, sometimes unsure ka rin kung may direction pa buhay mo dahil paulit-ulit na lang nangyayari araw-araw. Nagiging cycle na walang nagbabago. Yeah, that's the languishing. And So this is not just a feels bad stream. We're actually talking about what we could do about it. But it's important that we could relate muna. Kasi a lot of people think that it's unique to them. Like
About
Facebook,
that,
social media. Yeah.
That's the reason why I actually stopped working corporate jobs.
Okay,
So
when was
before-
this? Before you established your company?
Yeah, so that was 2017.
Wow. Heyday of
So
Bitcoin. Naalala.
Yeah.
Masaya sa akin yung
for
2017.
3 years, it was a cycle. I wake up 6 a.m., ride the same train in the morning, do the same thing throughout the day, eat the same food every lunch, then do the same thing on my way back, sleep at the same time. It's basically rinse and repeat 5 days a week for 3 years. And sometimes you just can't get up on the weekend because you just wanna roll over.
Yeah.
So that's when I thought, like, what am I doing this for?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
That's when I decided that fuck it, I'm just gonna do what I wanna do.
During those times prior to 2017, do you think you were depressed?
At first not, because the pay was good, but that's
Yeah.
when it comes that no matter what amount of money you get, sometimes you're not worth the money you're earning. If you're not
Wow.
happy with what you are doing.
Wow. You're not worth what you're
Yeah.
being paid.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Not unless someone would pay me like, I don't know, a Tesla CEO pay or as much as what Jeff Bezos does, then
Oy, sabi
Yeah,
nila
that
they're
could-
not earning daw ah. They don't get their salary daw ah.
basically, but you know,
Yeah, I
they
know
could-
what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, they could sell a few shares of their company and they can buy a boat. But
Yeah.
yeah, like, you know, if you earn upwards of around that much, then that's a completely different. If I become a
Yeah.
top 1%er, then yeah, that's a whole different story. Even if I
Yeah.
hate what I'm doing, even if I know that I'm potentially murdering people with my corporate greed, you know,
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm a billionaire. But no, I'm
Yeah. Oh, not
far from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. So you think that you were experiencing depression prior to like just hanggang hindi mo na kaya?
Yeah, I just can't.
So that
Have
was
to
tackled
change.
in this article. I could link this to you. Na people who were languishing. This is the feeling that we're describing right now. Na you're not thriving but you're not depressed, and the symptoms are like parang walang cycle, parang walang direction, empty, but you're not depressed. In the next decade daw, ito yung may mga pinakamalaking symptoms ng depression. That's why it's important to name this the middle child of from between flourishing and depression. If you're in the middle na you feel where is it again? Stagnate. Yeah, if you feel stagnation, if you feel emptiness, in the next decade you're most likely to have issues in mental health. Where was it? I'm looking for it. Research suggests that people most likely to experience major depression and anxiety disorders in the next decade aren't the ones who are depressed. They're the ones who are languishing. They're the ones in the middle. So yun nangyari yun sa Italy. Yung mga nagla-languishing na tao in 2020, sila yung 3 times more likely na na-diagnose ng post-traumatic stress disorder. Of course, this is not normal now kasi may pandemic eh. Pero it exacerbated the issue. Your feeling of depression was 2017. But
I mean, the fact that you cannot do what you're so used to doing before this shit happened, you know, that's already gonna alter your
yeah.
mental state like really a lot.
Yeah.
I used to